Hi, this is PA Camping Dad, Doogie. I'm going to show you a quick way to make a soft shackle out of paracord. Real simple and easy. So I'm going to switch the camera over here and quick show it to you. So I have a 2-foot piece of paracord that's been gutted, and I feed into it a fishing leader. Lots of things you could use here, but I happen to like the fishing leaders. They seem to work well, at least for this application of it. So what you want to do is fold your, I started with a 2-foot piece of paracord that's been gutted, and I feed into it the fishing leader, and you want it to go to about halfway. Doesn't have to be exact. And then if you have a needle, you can use a needle. I just picked up a nail here to try to show you a simple way, you know, that you don't need anything real fancy. And just open up the paracord. Just kind of work it in there, get it opened up a little bit there. And the idea is to get the fishing leader out. Sometimes you can just work it right out, but there it comes out. So now have the paracord out roughly halfway. I don't worry too much about it. You could do some more measurement, but paracord is so cheap you can go ahead and lose a little bit of it, and it's no big deal. So then feed the other end of the paracord through the end of your fishing leader, or loop if you want to use a guitar string or loop turner or whatever, and then you're going to want to pull this back in through itself. I'm probably going to move to another location where I have a nail and a workbench so that I can work this with 2 hands. I'll try it a little bit holding it, but I'm going to move to the workbench. It's a lot easier. Alright, well, hopefully you can see this. I have a nail right here on my workbench. Got it angled back a little bit so I can work on it and see if I can be in frame here. Naturally the furnace kicks on, but really it's nothing too difficult here. You just want to work it until that somebody said if it doesn't come off while you're doing it, you're not doing it right. Of course, the toughest part is just getting it started. Once it's through, it slides right down. There it goes, finally. Took a little working, but just feed that through. End up with a loop like that. So now we'll go back to the other room where it's a little quieter. Alright, back at the workbench. So now what you want to do is, sometimes I take a little scrap of another piece of paracord. Just grabbed another piece of paracord, slip it through this loop here, just to make sure that we don't lose it, and go ahead and cinch that down to all the way onto the cord. I'll squeeze it real good. Now you just want to milk it back so that it's come back all the way. And actually that worked out pretty pretty darn close, but let's assume that one was longer than the other, and we'll just, you want to trim through both pieces, the inner and the outer. And then just fuse them together. Of course you want to be careful with this. My fingers are pretty tough and I've learned the amount of time to wait. So that's got it fused together now. Take it off here. What you want to do is, I normally just tie a figure-8 knot. You can do fancier knots if you want, but this is just to be a stopper. So figure-8, just wrap around. Try to make it as close to the end as possible. Make your little soft shackle big enough, or as big as possible. So there's your figure-8 looking. It's a little bit fatter than an overhand knot, but it's very simple. So the way you use it is just open it up like that, stick your end through it, and milk it back. Starting at your knot end, milk it back around, and it should close all the way up on itself. Now it's not super secure, but it does pretty good. I like this to replace the cheap little carabiners. I don't have one right here. You know, to clip things onto your pack. I use it for my thermometer, which I like to hang on my pack most of the time, but sometimes I will take it off and hang it from the ridge line of my hammock or other places. You know, just a neat little way to attach things, and real simple, easy to make, cheap if you got paracord, which I got lots of. That's just a little quickie. Figure I needed to make a video. Get out and have fun.